Okay. Wow. Hey guys, it's me, the Derpy Smiler, and welcome back to another video where today I will be discussing my thoughts and feelings on the latest and last Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct before the game releases. Before I go into my feelings, there are spoilers, so you are warned. If you have not watched the Direct, I suggest you do that first and then come back. If you guys enjoy, please do like, share, and subscribe for more content related on reactions, vlogs, gaming, and many more things. I have a bunch of plans that are going to go down after New Year's, and I wish that you guys would be here. There's a lot to cover, so let's get in, and starting off, I want to talk about Incineroar and Ken. These two characters are the final characters on the base roster, as Sakurai has previously stated. Both of these characters were heavily leaked by Vergaman. If you guys have been living under a rock and don't know who that is, he has leaked several characters before for this game, such as Snake, Ridley, Ice Climbers, Isabelle, and many more. So, with that out of the way, let's talk about Ken Masters and Incineroar. We'll start with Ken since he's straightforward. He's an Echo Fighter of Ryu with some distinct differences, as all Echo Fighters have. He has two final smashes like Ryu. Those two final smashes are his Shinryuken, which attacks players from afar, and his Shippu Jinrai Kyu. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, which is activated if you are up close and personal with an enemy. Both Ken and Ryu have a focus attack, but while Ryu's is a punch, Ken's focus attack is more reliant on his kicks. Obviously, as we know, Ken is the Echo Fighter in Street Fighter as well, so he does make perfect sense. Now I want to move on to Incineroar. Incineroar is a Fire-type starter from Gen 7. His body is shaped like a wrestler. His attacks are more based on wrestling moves than Fire-type moves, from what I can see. He can even throw people onto ropes for his neutral special. That's pretty hilarious to me. You have to time the button pressing for his neutral when players bounce back. One of three things can happen if you time your presses. Pressing a button too early will cause Incineroar to back body drop the player. Not pressing the button at all will cause you to fail and possibly, just possibly, take damage. And by pressing it on time, you by pressing it on time, you will perform a powerful lariat. To me, Incineroar and Ken look like great characters to use, and I can't wait to fight with them. Now, moving on to the next portion of the Direct, the starting roster. We already knew before that the starting roster will start with the original characters from 64. Now we know which characters they are. In order, they are Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, and Pikachu. Also, in this portion of the Direct, they show who the starting fighters are. They also show the entire roster and all 74 characters. I think that's pretty awesome. It is also confirmed that they are sorted with the exception of Echo Fighters, as we know, who are going to be next to the characters that they echo, in the order that they entered the Smash series. And honestly, I'm happy because the best part of Super Smash Bros. To me is unlocking all the characters. I can sit and grind for hours. I really can. Like, I remember playing Melee and Brawl and not stopping till like I had every character. I think I ended up unlocking all characters in like one day before. So far, wait, hold on. After that, we get a look at the amiibos for characters we don't have who don't have one yet. So far, only a handful of these amiibos have confirmed release dates. Inkling, Ridley, and Wolf were the first three that we have seen before. I think we saw Inkling and Ridley at E3, and then Wolf was unveiled later on the website. Will release alongside the game on December 7th. King K. Rool and Ice Climbers are targeted for a February 2019 release, and Ken, Isabelle, Young Link, Pichu, and Daisy are targeted for just a random 2019 release window, so I'm assuming maybe sometime after February. It could be like May or June. I think those are like the best for like the latest. Honestly, I'm not into amiibo, but if you guys are, feel free to collect some and add them to your amiibo collection. Now at this point, Sakurai has disconfirmed those collectible trophies that every Smash game has, and instead replaces them with what is now known as spirits, which is what everyone was thinking that little blurred out mode was, and not the spooky kind. That's how Sakurai said it. These spirits come from other video game characters from a lot of different franchises: Metal Gear Solid, Super Mario, Chibi Robo, even Shantae. These spirits help your fighters and make them stronger. Now, to be honest, this is interesting. I do want to check this out. I want to test it, see how it works, because I am intrigued. Honestly. Collectible trophies have been a series staple, so it feels weird to sort of ditch them, but at the same time, Sakurai did mention that they were difficult to produce and put them into the game this time around. Sakurai also dives into, which this was my favorite part, and it confirms what game theories was. And it says that these characters are only action figures and they're trying to escape into the real world. Sakurai then moves into the online play and allows us to configure the settings as well as being paired up with players who are about the same status as we are. This may actually be a little controversial since 2 different rule sets can be placed and the online mode will only pick one. Also, the LAN adapter is back. Oof. Oh, and just like past Smash games, you can play locally or wirelessly. You can also still be punished for abusing, just like in Smash 4. So what I mean by that is like you can get punished for self-destructing, targeting a single player. All those rules that Sakurai had placed in Smash 4, you could still get punished for, possibly banned for a certain amount of minutes. If your GPS Global Smash Power, I think it was supposed to be GSP, I wrote that wrong in the script, is high enough, you can enter Elite Smash. Now, there is this thing called Smash Tags, and if you beat a player online, you can obtain their Smash Tag. To me, that sounds fun, but I don't feel like paying for online. Sorry, Nintendo, not gonna pay. Also, when you're waiting for your online battle, you can go play other modes to pass the time. Spectator mode returns, and it's just the same as Smash 4. You just watch 4 people fight. What I am not sure about is the betting system that Smash 4 had. Will it return? So far, nothing about that, so I don't know. Many more assist trophies have been confirmed. The most painful to have seen return as assist trophies and assists instead of characters were Shadow, Skull Kid, and Isaac. However, in all, we have 59 assists, and for the first time, the assist trophies outweigh the Pokemon in numbers. Those are a lot of assist trophies. The next thing shown is the help menu, but that's pretty straightforward, so we can just move on to a mode called Sentry Smash. This mode is just 100-man melee, fight 100 Miis, and that's it. So far, none of the other multi-man Smash modes have returned, but seeing as this is the final Smash Direct before launch, we may not get any more. Many stages can be played on this time around, but in Battlefield form. All-Star mode is also back, and just like Smash 4, can be played from the get-go. Just like in the past 2 Smash games, 3 if you count 3DS and Wii U separately, you can save your replays. This function I personally find neat. From a competitive standpoint, you can study your replays and find different outcomes with certain characters, and if you're a casual non-competitor, they're fun to upload. Tips are back, and one is given before each match, just like in Smash 4. Nothing new here. Challenges make a return and are laid out by category. I personally like doing the challenges within the first week of getting the game, but then I sort of just stop and just do my own thing and hope to get lucky. Next thing is the options, but again, nothing new here except for the language options. You have 11 language options to choose from. Some include English, Spanish, Dutch, traditional Chinese, and more. This option has not been seen since Melee, so configuring these options should be a blast to foreign players. You can make teammates semi-transparent now to avoid accidental inputs. This is something that I believe works well. Mii Fighter costumes are back and a couple new ones have been introduced. Some include Splatoon 2 and the Labo Kit. Sorry, the Labo Kit. I don't use Mii costumes, so I'm not going to say much here. Now, to the most exciting part. DLC gets announced. Yep. What a lot of people were thinking wasn't going to get announced, yet got announced. There will be 5 packs, which is already confirmed coming. Each pack will have 1 character, 1 stage, and a few soundtracks. If we take the stages from each pack and add them to the existing 103, we will have CoroCoro's 108 stages. CoroCoro tried to backtrack, but couldn't. It's also announced that there will be a special pass that you can buy for $24.99 that will give you all the characters as they come out, or you can buy each character for $5.99. Piranha Plant gets confirmed as a DLC fighter, but not as one of the 5. You can actually get him for free if you register the game before January 31st. Now, personally, Piranha Plant, oh my god, he was that like just out of nowhere character. Like Super Smash Bros. 4, Lucas comes out of nowhere. Piranha Plant comes out of nowhere. That should have been his tagline. So technically, 6 DLC characters and 5 stages are on their way. I'm really excited for Piranha Plant because who would have guessed it, like I just said. I know I wouldn't have. Also, Rex is confirmed as a DLC Mii costume. A Piranha Plant amiibo is on the way too. Finally, we get a sneak peek of the new adventure mode. Spirits off of all the characters except Kirby. Oh, my bad. Spirits of all the characters except Kirby has been taken, and you must fight the characters to get them back. This is the streamlined way of unlocking characters. Also, the cutscene they showed off had some nice voice acting. I'm super excited for Smash It, and the future of it. With a lineup this huge and more characters still coming, it'll be a blast. Happy 20th anniversary to the best game ever. Hope you enjoyed this little discussion, and I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, and share. Love ya, and peace out.